Hi friends, I am in need of some retail therapy today. Mr. Tidbits has been gone for a week. I still have more time left. He is on a fishing trip with his brothers in Alaska. Trip of a lifetime for him. I'm really excited for him, but my heart goes out to those single mamas. It is tough. So anyway, normally we have a date night, and since he's not here, I told the kids I still needed a date night with me, myself, and I. So my choice of activity is some antique shopping, maybe even some thrift shopping. And I thought I would take you along with me and just see what we find. I really don't need that much, where we haven't really done any makeovers in our house, but I still thought it'd be helpful to go and just see what's out there, maybe give you some ideas of what I find that I think would actually be a fun use of these items. So that's kind of my goal, is to just imagine things with you. So hope you enjoy this kind of stuff, and let's go shopping. All right, here we are at the first stop. So I thought this table right off the bat, right when I walked in, was really cool with that cast iron legs and the wood top. Super beautiful. The store has the kind of this like garage junk zone. It's the space my hubby likes to look at the most, but I don't usually find anything. They did have some cool skis this time. That's great winter decor. I thought this one was interesting with the boot still in it, but those are really fun if you can perch them on the porch. I saw this bucket of fishing poles, and I thought, if you could find some like at a thrift store or something, you could make a really cute vignette out of fishing poles for like a boys' room, man cave, shop. You can hang them on the wall. Lots of fun ideas with those. I kept seeing these trolls around and remembered I still had my old trolls from my childhood at my mom's. I should probably hang on to those. I love the art in this store. It's so expensive, but I always think they have really unique, beautiful pieces, and it's always enjoyable to look at the art. They also always have this really fun, like, well, my kids think it's like a costume section, but vintage clothes. I thought it was hilarious that Boy Scout uniforms were up here. My hubby still has his. He's a bona fide Boy Scouts of America. He's been a leader many times. I was a leader once to Cub Scouts and have the really ugly yellow uniform that they made us wear. Those days are gone, thank heavens. But I also like to look at the suitcases. Sometimes you can find some for a great deal. I have used suitcases as like under bed storage. It looks nice, it looks purposeful, but you can like pack things. My daughter puts her craft supplies, her knitting supplies in there, so fun if you can find some of those for under bed storage. I thought this was a really pretty mug. I'm always looking for unique pottery and ceramics. I just thought the ridges on this one was really pretty. This little beauty caught my eye right away with these blue flowers. Oh, it was so pretty, but $15 for a teacup, I can't do that. These things break in my house, and I just can't spend that much on this kind of stuff. But I love finding red ones as well, plates and things for like Christmas decor, pulling them out at Valentine's Day and setting them on my little plate rack. That's always fun. I have always found this section just fun to look at. They have like old packaging and like cans. It looks like kind of a mess, but it is kind of fun. Sometimes it's very nostalgic. I always love to take a look at the quilt section, but they are very expensive here, so I never bought one, but I always hope that there might be a gem. I'm always looking for the quilts that have like the hand stitching. Some of these you can tell are like machine stitching. They're probably not very old, 90s or something, like from a big box store, but some of them you can tell have been hand stitched, made with oodles of love, and some women put so much time and effort into them. They're probably worth what they're asking, honestly, but it's hard to pay that much for a quilt unless you really, really love it. I just find them beautiful. It just warms my heart to look at them and imagine the loving hands that went into each of these quilts. I actually do have some heirloom quilts, some that came from like great grandmas, so those are far more precious to me than anything that I would find in the antique store, but it's still fun to look. I have bought a rug at this store before, and I still use it and love it. It's a nice thick wool one that I found for a great deal, but usually they're a little bit too much. How unique was this big old jar of bottle caps? I don't know what you would do with it, but I still thought it was pretty cool. Now there is this big linen section that I have been successful finding a few things. I don't need anything right now, but it's always it always just piques my curiosity to see what they have in this section. So years ago, I grabbed some of these, like, I don't know what they are, sugar bags, flour bags, just interesting tea towels, but I actually cut them in a stocking shape and made a set of stockings out of these for my family. I can link that really old blog post down below, but they were fun. I was doing kind of a French country Christmas theme, and they seem to work really well. So think about that, what kind of linens you can see and you can repurpose. I thought this like cat and dog coat rack was super interesting. Now here is a collection of Pyrex dishes. Lately you all have made me fully aware of what Corningware is, and so I've been just keeping my eye out for that. Did you see any Corningware here? I thought this was just Pyrex, but I could be wrong. This blue cabinet I have always thought was so beautiful. And would be really pretty in a home on a big wall where you display stuff. It's got cool handles. It's like they're asking thousands of dollars, so I would never bring it home, but I just think it's really pretty and keep my eye out for cool furniture pieces like that. In the jars section, I found some of these like vintage purple jars and remembered I still have boxed up my own little collection of these purple jars. I grabbed a few of them at a vintage market one time, and I made them like during Halloween time. I don't love Halloween decor, but I used them for kind of this like purple and black vignette, and I just thought they were sweet and cute, but still, you know, a little thematic for Halloween. So that's a fun idea for you. It's always a great idea to dig through the frames if you're looking for a frame or looking for art. Unfortunately, at this store, I haven't found much because they ask so much for their pieces. I don't know how they sell them, quite frankly, but, you know, they are fun to look at. Oh, there's more trolls. Apparently, I could make some money off of them. Thought this little jewelry box was pretty. I know my girls are always wanting a jewelry box for their jewelry. They have a cool record section, but I've decided not to look through there anymore because there's so many inappropriate ones, so I just skip past that usually. But I do love the old books section. I don't know why. I'm a sucker for a cool old book, and I've always got my eye out for like classics, you know, like the timeless literature that you would just want in your home for your grandkids and your kids. And that's usually what I'm looking for, the ones that are just classics that would actually be fun to read through. The children's book sections are always adorable. The illustrations would look really pretty framed in a room. But some of the illustrations on the covers are just stunning, and they make great decor. Even if you're not going to actually read the book, they can still be really pretty on display in your home, especially if you like get a color scheme. Like you can get green ones for, you know, Christmas time or springtime, red ones for Christmas. It's just fun to get a collection. Sometimes these books have really beautiful illustrations that you could actually frame. Anyway, if you're ever looking for flags, the antique store can be a fun one to find those. And I always look for the ones that are like real fabric. They're really pretty. This section has cool old tiles, and you can ask, and they have more in the back. But if you had like a little section in your home that needed like a little backsplash or a little bit of tile, this would be a cool place to find this handmade tile. Of course, you all know I love pottery, ceramics. I'm always keeping an eye out for that to find a good bargain or a really unique piece. Didn't have any luck here, but there was more of these flags. Again, I do buy like the cheap ones on Amazon, and so I didn't get these, but I just think the ones that look real vintage, like real old, made out of nice fabric, I think they're the prettiest to use around your home during the summer months. It's fun to look at these little collections around the store. They have the basket section, the cast iron section, the copper section, the tin section. It's just fun to see what you can find. Now, these caught my eye right away because of the old rustic patina. They're sugar molds. Does anyone know what these are used for? I would assume to make sugar molded in this form. I don't know, but I thought they were actually really pretty and a unique thing. I just have never seen these before, and the wood was beautiful. Here was another pretty red teacup. Loved it so much, but again, way too expensive, and I would be just too worried that it would break in my house. Then if I spend too much on them, I get really disappointed. So Just took a minute to admire it and just loved the design on it. I love these green and white cups. I actually have plates like this, but what were they, like $20 a cup? Yeah, I can't do that. But really pretty. I love stripes. I love like grain sack stripes. So these kind of things always catch my eye. All right, I hit the next antique store, and sitting outside were these little room dividers, screens, obviously not antique because there's a Hobby Lobby sign, but I wondered if they could serve a purpose that I need in my home. So anyway, I just went to the store and let myself think about those for a minute. So I found this little bamboo rake, and I just thought that would be so cute as wall decor or in a garden. I didn't need it, but I was really admiring it. I love these old vintage brass hangers and thought they would be really nice to have. They're just sturdy, you know, they just don't make them like that anymore, but super pretty. Saw this marble tray. It reminded me of my friend Sarah from Grace on My Space. She did an antiquing video recently, and there was like a Lazy Susan marble tray, and she passed it up. Oh man, I was like jealous because that would be so cute sitting on the countertop with like, you know, cooking supplies on them. These little statues are like around our yard from the previous owners. They left little garden treasures like that. My kids love them, so I'm always kind of keeping an eye to see if I can add to the collection that's already in our home. Thought that was a pretty lamp base, cute little kitty figure. Lots of pretty candlesticks. This booth was just full of interesting things to look for. These brass candlesticks, I have a whole collection, and I was kind of shocked by the price because, what are they, like $8 each? And you can usually find those at the thrift store for next to nothing, but they are fun. I love getting those out at Christmas time. I thought the texture on this blanket was really pretty. I debated this one for a long time, and yes, I did buy it actually, but I think I forgot when I brought home my haul. I think I forgot to show you this one because it was in the wash, but it'll be really pretty, I think, in my little boy's room. This little yellow throw was super pretty too, just delicate. I didn't bring it home because I was worried the dog would ruin it. Next to it was this cute elephant planter. My daughter loves elephants, so I thought she'd love that. Really pretty glasses as well. But I just don't have any more room in my kitchen. These green ones were interesting too. I thought they'd be cute during the springtime. Now this has to be the most unique mug I've ever seen. Someone really enjoyed making that one, I think, with the face on it. I spotted these like salad tongs. They're actually really nice for how old they are. I already have a couple of these that I pull out for the salads. This is a cool vintage ice cream scoop. We actually had people over and they were looking for an ice cream scoop in my house. It was family, so I didn't mind, but I didn't have one. So I actually did grab that little ice cream scoop because it reminds me of what my grandma had. Super cute stool hidden in the corner there. I saw this like bench with a drawer. I thought that was really unique. It would have been cool like on the porch or something, and then you could store stuff in the drawer. Just a really unique concept to make a bench with a drawer. This floor lamp I thought was so beautiful, but I didn't want to spend over $100 on it. But oh, I just thought the detailing, the color, the little marble piece at the bottom, I thought it was really pretty. This blue floral teacup set, I actually have a teapot very similar to that. We've lost the lid, which makes me sad, but I'm still holding on to it. This green teapot was also really pretty, definitely handmade, just very unique. I've never seen anything like that one. I was excited to see this collection of My Book House. I have a different version of the My Book House, and I probably would have got this one too. I couldn't find the price, and there were some of the books missing, so I passed it up, but these actually go for a lot of money on Etsy, so if you ever see a full collection, it might be worth grabbing it. I thought this wardrobe was really pretty with the mirror. I don't have anywhere for it, but I love a good old wardrobe. I was admiring this stool with the metal legs and wood top. That would be really pretty at a bar if you have one, but I didn't need just one, but thought it was really pretty. I thought this wood hutch was really pretty. It's very primitive, not functioning very well, but I'm kind of looking for something like that for our little pantry that I want to make. That was definitely not the one, but it always it helps me to see something like that to determine what I really want when it actually shows up for me. I've always admired these pale yellow plates. I know my daughter would love that. I have a yellow daughter. She's got a yellow personality, just full of sunshine. So she loves all things yellow. Now this flower canister, isn't it pretty? I wish there was like a collection with other ones because I don't want to just put one random one like that on my countertop. I thought it was really pretty. Okay, I was nearing one of my favorite booths here. I always love to see what kind of Victorian stuff she stocks in here. It's a really fun booth to look at. I have found a few treasures on occasion, but it's just curated. I love a booth that just feels curated, that like has a style. And then of course, if I share the style, it really speaks to me. Okay, is this Corningware or is this just Pyrex? I'm not sure. You guys can help me out. But oh, I love the needlepoint that she always has in here. This one was interesting because I've seen her make like this needlepoint stuff into pillows or to cover benches. This one was just ready to be made into something so pretty. When I saw this little telephone, I thought it might be kind of fun. I don't think my kids actually know what that is. It'd be kind of fun if you had room to set this on a side table. I bet kids would love it and have a lot of fun with it. So I saw these ceramic swans. We have a little pond in our new house and it has like a ceramic duck, and one of my nephews came over and broke it. So I'm trying to find something to replace it. And I thought these were pretty. Actually looking now, I'm wondering why I passed it up. I should have got them. But this like fish cutting board was pretty cool. I have a few cutting boards that are like seasonal. Like I have a pumpkin one. See, I have a pig one. So it's fun to have these cutting boards that just prop against your countertop standing up that just look different. I think they're really fun. And I'm kind of regretting not grabbing that fish one, but it was cute. I love this little wood divider thing. I don't know what you would use it for, but it's pretty cool. I'm sure like if you have bottles of wine in your house would be great, but we don't drink wine, so I didn't know what I'd use it for. I don't need rolling pins or anything like that, but really unique piece if you had somewhere to put it. I've been keeping my eye out for like outdoor dining sets because we have a lot of lawn where these would just be cute propped up. This lamp with the marble, oh, I thought it was so pretty. About $60, so it didn't come home with me, but how unique is that? Okay, I actually have admired this like bookshelf thing for quite some time, and I wanted to measure it to see if it would actually work for a spot that I have in mind for our house. So that's a tip for you. Always bring a little measuring tool to an antique store. So I took those measurements and going to bring them home and see if it would actually work. We do need a few more discs in our home, so I'm keeping an eye out for that. That one was metal. I don't love metal things, so I didn't get it, but I thought the red was really pretty. Some pretty linens on top, cowbells, candelabras. This like vintage school chair, I really debated it for a while, but in reality I didn't have anywhere for it at this moment. Someday maybe I'll wish that I would have grabbed it, but it was actually in really good condition. Super cute. These wood hangers, they even had a name engraven on them, Egbert. What a name. But I thought they were so cute. They would be darling, like on display in a laundry room, kind of as decor, but functional as well. I just thought the shape was unique. They're just really adorable. Anyway, I decided to go try the thrift store. I usually don't luck out, but I did find these black bar stools. I actually thought they were pretty cool, but we didn't need them. This laundry rolling cart was pretty cool. But again, I don't have a laundry room that would even fit it. Found these like well, they were really thick, sturdy cardboard. These would be great for underbed storage as well. I'm always trying to like control what my kids put under their beds. This was a cute little watering can. Nothing too special about it, but I thought about it for a hot minute for my daughter since she has so many plants. Thought this was actually a really pretty dish set. I don't need them, but just very cottagecore. There was this, I think it was a sheet, but I thought that was a really pretty pattern. Back in my day, I used to grab linens from the thrift store and repurpose them a lot, but not feeling that these days as much, so I passed it up. All right, my friends, I did get a few things. I was naughty. I was not gonna buy anything because I don't need anything. Sometimes you see those rare gems and you make bad decisions. So let me share with you the few things that I got while I was antique shopping. So the Heidi book that I showed you in footage, really excited about this. I love to collect the old classics, you know, the ones that, you know, your kids might be in a book club someday or your grandkids might run into, just the ones that have just stood the test of time. So I couldn't resist this Heidi book for $7. I think it's real cute. I have some other really good classics like Little Men, Black Beauty, a really beautiful copy of that one. Just David is one of my favorites. So anyway, I couldn't resist the Heidi book. All right, and then these I thought were so intriguing and not a terrible price. These sugar molds. If you know what these are, clearly they say sugar molds, and I'm guessing they pack sugar in there and make a mold, but I'm really kind of confused about when and why these were used. But oh, the patina on them is so beautiful. They're kind of dirty. I do need to scrub them up. This one was 18. This little one was 9. I just really loved the texture. And I can't help but think, I mean, this could hold a lot of cute stuff. Some flowers, some plants in there, little baby plants. I better not tell my oldest daughter about that or she'll steal them from me for that. I thought they'd be cute as pencil holders, like by a desk. What else? What else could I use these for, you guys? But I think they're really pretty. Beautiful, beautiful texture on these. So, don't need them, don't really have a place for them as of yet, but I will. Okay, then this last one, I'm having some buyer's guilt and remorse, but I couldn't pass it up. My sister-in-law had something like this on her cute little farmhouse dining table. It was $45. That was really steep. That's why I'm regretting it. It's just too much for a little wooden box, a little wooden caddy. But yeah, my sister-in-law had something like this on her cute dining table, and I was over there at Christmas time, and she just put like little pine cones, some greenery, some bells, like she just layered in this beautiful arrangement or vignette. And I just thought, if I ever find something like that, I need it. And I really like that it's shallow, so that if you put it on a table, you're not having to look over like a flower arrangement, but you can still layer things. And I just feel like I'm going to use this all the time and want it on every table or coffee table. So I just know this is going to get a lot of use and a lot of love, and I can't wait to play around with it. And someday I hope to have a rectangle table at our dining room area, and then I just think that this will be like the centerpiece that you can easily move to make room for food or for people, but also you can rotate what goes in there and really enjoy it throughout all the years. So more than I wanted to spend, but sometimes you just can't walk away from something that you know is going to get years and years of use. Well, I didn't get much, but I still wanted to play with the fun things that I brought home. Definitely this wood caddy. I was having fun just grabbing some faux florals and seeing what I could do to make a cute little centerpiece for our table. It took me a hot minute to try to figure out how I wanted this to look, but I just know that this tray is going to be fun, so I regret it. Maybe it was too much, but it's home, so I'm going to have fun with it. I did end up clipping some of our lavender outside and just tying it with this string. I actually thought when I was doing this, it would be really cute to get some of my herbs once they're a little more grown, like the basil and lemon balm, and tie them up and bundle them in this little caddy. I thought that would be really cute, and just letting them dry. But also, like, how cute are mini pumpkins going to be in this little caddy as well? So I've already got a lot of ideas, and I just love it already. Well, my friends, I had a lot of fun shopping with you. When I was filming, it kind of felt like I was shopping with somebody, even though I was by myself, which was equally as enjoyable as well. But it was fun to look at things and think like, oh, I could share this idea with them, or oh, they might like to see this. So it was fun to take you shopping with me and to share with you what I got, and then, of course, how I'm using them around my home. You know, sometimes you just need to find the thing that brings you a lot of joy, because as a keeper of our homes, sometimes it can be mundane, a little discouraging, but we need to buoy our spirits every once in a while, and a little retail therapy never hurt anyone, at least too much, right? Anyway, thanks for joining me today, my friend. I'll be back very soon to share more inspiration for the keeper of the home.